So this will be the last trade for the morning. So we're already taking, this is my third trade already, so don't necessarily like to make more than 3 trades a day. Got more cons here, 209. Looking to do the same thing, looking to take partials again at this minor buy side. Deadly little run stop there. All right, let's see what works to that. I want to see rejection here. If we can run above this high right here, then I'm looking to reduce my stop here to break even after we just had an internal sweep here. I don't expect price to run back here if we can work above this high. Putting my stop below the consequent encroachment of that buy side imbalance here. Price starts working back down here, guys. I'm just gonna call it for the morning. Look to take partials. If I want to see price work back to that new week opening gap, I want to see speed above these highs. Okay, I want to see some momentum here. Really push price through this 5-minute breaker that I've highlighted. All right, another little retracement here. These retracements, we just haven't got a nice delivery, you know? Just no good delivery or price action here. All right, any day now. Yeah, pretty choppy this morning, guys. Pretty choppy this morning. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. We're getting a nice change in state delivery on the 15-minute after rejecting at this wick. We see displacement above that. So again, I mean, I'm still optimistic that we're gonna see a bullish run here. Just a matter of when. We're gonna see a nice delivery here, but I wouldn't be surprised we see it just run stop me again here, and then it moves afterwards. I think once we get to these highs, this minor buy side liquidity, I truly think that we're gonna see it run higher. So our first trade, we got stopped at break even here. Second trade, we took some partials. Okay, so there's our first buy here. Price ran up, took us at break even. Went for another buy, took partials, came back, took the rest of us at break even. So we took 2 cons off there, and then the 3 cons hit at break even, and then we went 3 cons at first. I didn't notice I had 3 cons there, and then we scaled back to 5 total. Looking to take partials again at that minor buy side. I'm gonna take 2 cons off and then see if we can run to this new week open gap. All right, let's see if we can take out this buy side here. Take partials right there. Now we got the rest at break even here. Now I want to see price really displace above this, and if it does do that and we come back to retest that, I'll add more cons, scale this in. So again, we want to see speed as we work above this. Okay, I want to see speed. I want to see this 5-minute breaker push price higher. So I want to see how this next candle closes here. I want to see us somewhere run like that. I'd love to see something like that, and then I'm gonna add more cons here. I want to see this close strong. Not a good closing right there. Seeing that wick action, I wanted to see it close and really show some momentum and speed as we run above this high. We do have this small imbalance right here, 250. So I'm gonna see how price respects this buy side imbalance here. If it shows some respect, we trade inside here, we run away from it, then I'll be interested in scaling more. But as of right now, I got my stops below that wick, so we mohawked below that. So if I want to be interested here for more buy side delivery, I want to see this candle immediately trade higher. I want to see this candle work above now this blue shade box. All right, we failed to trade above that. See that? So I don't love it that we're gonna see price work higher here. And that's it. We came up with some profit here, but other than that, that's it. That's it for the morning. All right, guys, so we got some displacement here. About to the PM session is about to open. Looking for a bullish buy side delivery. We have relative equal highs. We've traded back to a 1-hour consequent encroachment of this wick. Okay, this down close wick right here, and we want to see rejection there if we want to be bullish, right? We don't want to see price working below that, inside that lower quadrant of that wick, because that would tell us that price is not as strong and we're not anticipating buy side delivery. Okay, so we see a nice rejection. What do I see here? A nice displacement inside that that sell side imbalance. I want to see this become an inversion, but we see price trade above it, and then we want to see this stay unfilled. We want to see a breakaway gap, give us more bullish confluences, right? So now we're working above that 5-minute breaker. This is going to act as a 5-minute breaker. Failed order block, we trade above it. See, now that we have a change in state delivery on the 5-minute, we want to see price continue to use this as momentum. That's why we want to see speed above here, and this act as support. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. We've created another imbalance right here. and I'm targeting buy side liquidity here, relative equal highs. We also have a new week open gap low and now 50% of the new week open gap. So this could be some partials at the low and then maybe some runners there at that midpoint. I'm gonna reduce my stop now at that low. Don't want to see price running below this order block right here, 27. And then we trade back into this imbalance. And if you look at the bodies, again, respecting consequent encroachment. So that's what we want to see on a nice, smooth buy side delivery. Now we have a volume imbalance right here. I'd like to see price trade to that and then continue to trade away. We got chopped up this morning, took 3 trades. 2 of them were break evens and some were some partials. So we made minimal amount that we could have made. And then kind of was done for the day and then saw the PM opening up pretty nicely here as we trade this consequent encroachment and we rejected. So looking to take this buy side delivery and see what I can get out of it. I prefer to see price respect that order block, but we've worked back inside this buy side balance and taking out that minor low. So I would want to see a rejection here. Don't want to see price trading back inside here below that line. And we're going to reduce this to break even. Want to see price again continue to respect that and not trade below that. So we're going to put out stop to break even here. Don't want to see price inverse in this. Want to see again the consequent encroachment respecting. I'd love to see us work above that volume balance, displacing off that consequent encroachment of that buy side balance here. I want to see us kind of displace through that volume balance. Nice. Here's our displacement through that volume balance and displacing, respecting again consequent encroachment of that gap. So this is exactly what we want to see. A little bit of a run stop here. I want to see this speed again continuing above this high. This insufficiency that we're going to create right here, I would like to see the bottom half here stay unfilled. Those are the things that we want to see if we want to see, those are the things that we want to see for a strong bullish run here. We want to see that stay unfilled right there. If this can stay unfilled, then we should expect a nice run here. So already I don't like that we took out that high and then we immediately ran lower like this. So I want to see this next candle trade above this high. I also think we can run lower here again. Just cut that out, Harvey. This could be a good time I might take some partials here because of this price delivery here. Took some partials here. Price can work back above here. We can look to re-enter here. Add 2 more cons here. I want to see this work above this high now. If it doesn't and we continue to accumulate here, then we get out at break even here. But this wick right here, we trade above that midpoint. So I want to see this order block here act as support here and we continue higher. And if we can see some speed above here, that'd be really nice to see a continuation here. So again, like how we're respecting that midpoint of this wick, I want to trade higher now to this high. So we already took some partials. We got some profit out of this trade, about $150. So this is just some play money right now. I want to see us work above this. I don't want to see us reject here. There she is. Continue to hold, continue to push here as we work to that sell side balance here. And we want to see this again, price trade through it and respect that lower quadrant, or respect that upper quadrant and not trade inside that lower quadrant. We can trail this stop a little bit just below that consequent encroachment. And now we want to see price trade through it and then work in that upper quadrant, and that upper half, should I say. Don't want to see rejection here. Want to see us really pierce through this. This could be an area that I could have taken some partials here. It's a little too late now. So if we are trading lower, I want to see this order block get respected. Don't like that. We gotta stop just below that consequent encroachment. What a miracle would be if this actually ran up here and ran through this. Just had to come back and wanted to retest that wick right here. And that's why we had our stop just below that. I mean, 264.50, 265 flat. That's the price of that low. So a little bit of a run stop here before it wants to run through this. So we want to see this now really pick up some speed as we pierce through this inversion, or this sell side balance that becomes an inversion. This is our first presented gap for the PM after 130. So we mohawked right below it and then immediately trade above it. And see how that acted as support there. So we don't want to see price trade back here. Okay, if we're bullish, we don't want to see price trade back to this first presented gap. And completely leave it now to trade higher. So we have our stops right there, the high. So we got some speed, but then we got a little bit of rejection there at the sell side balance here. A little bit of a run stop back to that consequent encroachment of that wick. Acting as some support here. So delivery is a little choppy now. Just want to see us kind of work back inside this gap right here and above that consequent encroachment. I like to see this 5-minute candle close above that down close candle, this previous candle, which is a bullish order block. All right, taking its time here. Got about a minute and a half on this 5-minute candle. I want to see it really work above this previous candle. Love to see it close above that. We're inside that 150 macro, so I'd like to see some delivery here in this 20-minute interval. There she is. There she is. Reducing my stop. I want to see this candle right here not get traded or not retrace 50% of that candle. Now I want to see us work to that new week opening gap and buy side liquidity. That's basically what I'm expecting my draw of liquidity to be. Now that we've inversed this fair value gap, don't want to see us trade into that lower half. I want to see that upper half respect price, and just like how it is right now, I would like to see it trade inside this new week opening gap. And I'm going to take some partials here, and I might leave some runners to that midpoint of the new week opening gap. Watch it reject a little bit here as we're about to close. I'd like to see it move up as we're about to close here. So that's not what I want to see. Okay, so price is now, the bias is working into that lower quadrant of that gap. If we're bullish, we don't want to see that, right? And again, there's that midpoint of this gap right here, this buy side balance. Don't want to see the bodies trading below that. So if I get stopped out, I'll be up 650 for the day. All right, now we've worked above the midpoint of that sell side balance that we want to see act as an inversion. So now that we worked above it, we want to see that midpoint act as support here, and we don't want to see the bodies like it is now closing and working below it. So hopefully just a little bit of retracement here and rejects as we close. Terrible close, not what we want to see there. Getting a little bit jagginess here on top. A little big of a drop off here on us. Not what we wanted to see. Us trading out below that midpoint. If we can get a nice reaction, this candle right here, trade above that midpoint of this inversion, then that'd be great. But this could possibly sell off here to our stops. All right, nice little reaction here. Perfect. So now I want to see us not work again to that lower quadrant here. After seeing that displacement from that consequent encroachment, I want to see price respect. Don't mind seeing a little bit of wicks falling below that, but don't want to see the bodies again closing below that. So I'd like for us to displace higher now and take out these highs that are sitting right here and work inside this new week opening gap now after seeing this. So I don't mind it if we just wick inside here and then we run away from that. That's exactly what I want to see. And once we take out these highs, I'm going to reduce my stop again to the lower quadrant of this inversion fair value gap. You don't want to see price working back there. So again, a little bit of a wick action. Bodies close above it. Still shocked that we haven't seen us run away from that. Run away from this inversion fair value gap. We keep trading inside it. All right, I'm back. I had to use the bathroom there. This price was just chopping up. Okay, so we've engineered some buy side here. Want to see us run through this right here. I'm going to reduce my stop now. I don't want to see us work in that lower quadrant of this fair value gap. So I'm going to put at the low of this wick, 288. So we got some liquidity here and we have liquidity over here. So you see how we worked above that fair value gap and we respected the lower quadrant, right? The bodies respected that midpoint. So this is where I want to see this internal liquidity grabbed. But what we want to see is some displacement through that for more delivery higher. All right, that's all she wrote. $760 today, or at least for the afternoon. Took a couple there in the lunch hour, and then we took a trade here in the PM. Okay, we started off with 4 cons. We took 2 cons off, added another 2 here at that first present gap, and then we continued higher, and we trailed off stop, and we got stopped out there, just below that inversion fair value gap. Now, there's a possibility price continues to move higher, but because we're chopping up here and continue to not respect the lower half of this inversion fair value gap, I guess that's pretty much it for me. I'm stopped out and I'm done for the afternoon. Even if price does choose to continue to move higher, we played it by our rules. So that's it for the afternoon, guys. Appreciate watching.